to have won it with Miami Heat, the one they defeated yesterday, won it with them twice, won it with Cleveland Cavaliers, and now with a third basketball franchise, the LA Lakers. For Lewis Hamilton, he cannot breathe very well. He won the Grand Prix yesterday, making his 91st Grand Prix, equaling that of the legend himself, Michael Schumacher, who had to give him his helmet yesterday. Not present live there, but the family presented the helmet to Lewis Hamilton, and it was all win-win situation for those that went out playing football and did very well over the weekend. We still have a lot of games to play, especially the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We have a date with the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia, and congratulations to Rafael Nadal, equaling the 20 Grand Slam already with Roger Federer, and he's 13th. I mean, just a record extended for him. But one thing that was so annoying was the way he played against Djokovic. It was so kind of embarrassing. 6-love, 6-3. Then the other one just had to go to 7-5. I mean, this man is a fantastic one once it comes to play. Of course, to Swansea, I spoke about her on Saturday. Also, congratulations to you. You are a champion too. You won your first Grand Slam over the weekend against Sophia Kennedy. This and many more definitely we're talking about on the show this morning. Let's start up quickly because we have a whole lot of bills to pay, and at the same time have a lot of things to talk about. I am the sports correspondent of Francis D. Pakadabra Sports Ali Ibrahim here, and of course I've got the sports maestro is in the studio. You're listening to the program called Sport Fiesta, Rich Life on 2.7 KUFM down here in Benin City. Trying to look at where we are starting from because a lot of champions emerged over the weekend. Okay, let's start with Roland Garros. Rafael Nadal yesterday, he just had one thing on his mind, that is, I want to teach Djokovic how to play tennis right here on clay, and he did it. A record extending 10th Grand Slam right there at the Roland Garros, and equaling that of Roger Federer. You put all the Grand Slam together, his 20th yesterday. One thing was certain about that yesterday's final is either he's going to equal that of Roger Federer, which he eventually did, or is Djokovic is just going to cancel one out of that is make it 18 to drift Roger Federer one behind Rafael Nadal, but that wasn't to be. Rafael made it the 20th Grand Slam of his career.
Well, I don't think Nadal went out with a point to prove. I think he said it even before the game that he had to be at his best to beat Djokovic. Djokovic is one of the only two players who have beaten Nadal at the French Open in the past 15 years. The other was Robin Soderling, who defeated him in 2019. It was in the second round. He went on to meet Roger Federer in the final, and Federer beat Soderling to become champion for the first at only time at Roland Garros. So he knew that with Djokovic was beating him several times, and yesterday I think was their 56th or 57th meeting. They had met 56 times before, and no two men have met more times in tennis than Nadal and Djokovic. So yeah, we talk usually about the rivalry between Nadal and Federer, but Djokovic also has a fierce rivalry with Nadal, and also a rivalry with Roger Federer. So I think that Nadal knew that he had to be at his best to beat Djokovic. But when you look at that semi-final that Djokovic played with Stefanos Tsitsipas and had to come from, he gave away 2 sets. He was leading 2 sets to love. Tsitsipas came back and he just went to another gear in the 5th set, and he was able to beat Tsitsipas. It's like that took a whole lot out of him. And even the matches that he had won previously, he was even, I think he dropped a couple of sets, and they weren't really that easy for him. Remember, Pablo Carrena Busta even accused him of faking an injury because he thought that Djokovic, because he wasn't playing too well, had to do some gamesmanship to really get back into his stride, which he did, and eventually prevailed. So maybe all of these things contributed to the way Djokovic played yesterday, but you can't take anything away from Nadal. He was always the favorite, even though he was the number 2 seed going into the tournament. You knew that it was his tournament to lose. Amazingly, he's won it 13 times. The closest that anybody has come to that is, it's remarkable what Nadal has done, because the closest anybody, the most any other player has won a single tournament is Roger Federer winning Wimbledon 8 times. 8 to 13 is
Five. Yeah.
You know, so he's won it 5 more times. He's won the Roland Garros 5 more times than any other player has won a Grand Slam. So it's just amazing the way he has been able to dominate. But the utter domination yesterday was what was surprising. I expected Nadal to win, but I thought it was going to be a battle. But the first set was 6-love, second set 6-2, third set 7-5. It was only the third set that Djokovic even was able to break the Nadal serve. After Nadal broke him, he broke back immediately, and people were applauding, thinking, okay, so he could be up for something, but it was just not to be. And Nadal went on to win his 13th French Open title and his 20th Grand Slam overall, now equaling the record of Roger Federer. Roger Federer immediately sent a congratulatory message to Nadal, and then, of course, I called it a class act because Federer is that kind of person who, when you really follow him, and I think that's why people love him so much. They love him all over the world. Some other players find it really difficult to accept that, even when they are playing better than Roger Federer. The fans usually stay with Federer. Yeah, it's only when he plays now, but even then you still see that most of the love is for Federer.
Sorry,
it will be like 60-40. But when he plays against like Djokovic, it's usually like 70-30, and I believe that's why Djokovic tends to rub it in when he beats Roger Federer in any tournament. So it's fantastic that Nadal has equaled the record of Federer. With the way he played yesterday, you will not put it past him to even go beyond that. Federer, honestly, I'm a Roger Federer fan, but I don't know if he will win another Grand Slam. He's 39 now, and injuries that he avoided several times early in his career, they are beginning now to really ruin his preparations for tournament. And when you even look at his play, he used to be so flawless, but these days, honestly, against the other 2 opponents in the top 3, I think the younger ones, they have a better chance of beating Federer than they do of beating Nadal or Djokovic. That fear factor when you play Federer, I don't think is there anymore. I don't know whether it is the age or whatever, but I
think it's the age.
Is not that player that he used to be. When we saw glimpses of that in 2017 and 2018, we thought, okay, the old Roger is back, but it suddenly disappeared. Look, he's had opportunities to extend that 20, especially last year at Wimbledon, which is his favorite grass. He played against Djokovic, but he lost after even serving for the championship. He lost to Djokovic. He's lost to Djokovic in 3 finals at Wimbledon. And, you know, this GOATs debate is coming up again. And people are beginning to say, well, maybe when you are discussing the greatest of all time, it shouldn't be the number of titles. You know, there are other things that come into play. But I don't want to be like that. I think we should not be hypocritical about it. When Federer won more Grand Slams than any other person, we're calling him the greatest of all time. And if there is any argument, we usually puncture it with, hey, show me the number of Grand Slams that Nadal has or that Djokovic has. Roger Federer has got this number, so he is the greatest. Now that Nadal has equaled his Grand Slam titles, we shouldn't suddenly now change the rules and say, no, it's not about your winning Grand Slam. We should look about your influence outside tennis. We should look at how you've been able to, you know, get global attention to the game and all of that. For me, right now, the greatest, you've got to say, is Nadal, because he's equal the record of Roger Federer, so we can say they are co-goats. But when you look at the head-to-head between them, Nadal dominates. You could say, well, it was at the French Open mainly on clay that he dominated Federer. But when you look at the surface that's supposed to be Federer's favorite, grass, Nadal has won Wimbledon 3 times. Federer has only won the French Open once. And in the 3 times that he won Wimbledon, he beat Roger Federer once in the final. Federer has never beaten Nadal at Roland Garros. He's beaten him on clay a couple of times, but not at Roland Garros. Federer has won Wimbledon 8 times. Nadal has won his own preferred tournament 13 times. Djokovic has won Wimbledon, I think 3 or 4 times. Djokovic has only won the French Open once. Federer has won it once. Wawrinka has won it once. These are the only 3 players that Nadal has allowed, in quotes, to win in the last 16 years. But Federer, so many other guys have won Wimbledon. So I think the way Nadal has dominated his preferred tournament, Federer has not been able to do that with his own. So because of that, I think we've got to be honest and say, look, if we are talking about their play, the way they play, I prefer the way Federer plays, but I've got to be honest and say, right now, Rafael Nadal is the GOAT. And personally for me, I think it's a bit satisfying that Nadal won. I prefer Nadal to win than Djokovic, because Djokovic, when he started, he was always talking about Nadal and Federer. These are the greatest. Nobody can touch them. But suddenly, when he started his own dominance, it's like he forgot some of the things that he said. Even his father was getting involved, which I've never had anybody from Nadal's team talk about Roger Federer. I've never had anybody from Federer's team talk about Nadal or Novak Djokovic. But when the family of Djokovic starts talking trash about Federer, even saying that Federer does not want to retire because he's jealous. He doesn't want Nadal and Djokovic to get to the number of his Grand Slams. Come on, it's really disrespectful for you to be saying things like that. And when Djokovic beat Federer at Wimbledon last year, he kind of was rubbing it in the faces of all those who were supporting Federer, like, take that, you love him more than me, so I will rub it in your face that I've beaten your favorite. So these things, I don't think it's really sportsmanly. But apart from that, Djokovic is one of the most likable persons. They call him the Joker because he's always joking, always playing, and having fun. But I was more satisfied that Nadal won and equaled the record of Federer. Nadal and Federer are friends more than any other tennis players out there. So congratulations to Nadal for winning it. But Djokovic, you've got to say, well, he's younger than both Federer and Nadal. With time, he could also get to 20 and surpass that mark.
All right, take it off from here, sir. What happened to Djokovic? I mean, we've never seen a Djokovic capitulate like he did in the final. I mean, 6-love, 6-2, 7-5. I mean, that's unlike Djokovic. Yes, you get to win. We understand that, but it's always a battle. But 6-love against the world number 1 against Djokovic.
He accepted the defeat, and he also congratulated Nadal and told him, "You've proved you are the king of clay. I felt it with my skin." So when you are playing the king of clay, somebody who has won it 13 times, come on, no matter how good you are, there's no way you can go into a game with that kind of person and just, okay, let me go and beat him. If you're able to beat him, fine. But if you're not able, then there's no news. Yes, Nadal did it in a fantastic way. Nobody expected that. And for Djokovic, he has not lost any match apart from that disqualification against Carolina Buster. So out of 38 matches, he has lost 1, and to the greatest of all time right now because of his head-to-head with Roger Federer, that is Nadal, somebody who has also reached a century of singles wins at Roland Garros, the first player to do that. So he did it in a fantastic way, and in a year dominated by, or rather disrupted by the COVID-19, and now he has equaled that of Federer 2020 in the year 2020. Come on, this guy has done something fantastic. It doesn't come so easy. He did not drop his set before during when the tournament started, and yesterday did not drop his set. I was expecting Djokovic to win 1 set from Rafael Nadal, but the way it started, 6-love, 6-2, even the one that Djokovic had to, also broke his serve and tried to come back into the game, 7-5, did not even went into tiebreak. So that tells you Nadal did not just want to allow Djokovic to play his game, whether he has injury problems or not. He's one player that he hates to lose, and he knows how to chase every ball. So I don't know, though he's older than him, 1 year older, he's 34, Djokovic is 33, but I still see Nadal playing out to 38, 39, except something happens, because this guy, he's an institution. Honestly, he's an institution. So congratulations to him for what he has been able to do. So I see him going 1 ahead of Roger Federer if care's not taken.
All right, we'll go for this first break on the show this lovely Monday morning. We'll come back more champion stuff to talk about this morning.
I'm tired of the poor power situation. Every Every time I stock the fridge, I come back to spoiled food.
My dear, I am tired too.
I think it's about time we go solar.
Go solar?
With Vertical Solar, we can go solar for as low as 36,000 naira monthly by paying in installments of up to 12 months.
Really?
Vertical Solar range of products can power household devices such as televisions, fridges, air conditioners, microwave, water pumps, electric iron, washing machine, and lots more. With extensive pay in installments plans up to 12 months with 10 years warranty.
Wow! But what are the benefits of solar energy?
We are talking uninterrupted power supply, no monthly electricity bill, zero noise and smoke emission, and reduced generator maintenance cost.
Where is Vertical Solar located?
Number 28, Country Home Hotel Road off Ajib Junction, Sapele Road, Benin City. You can call them on 0816-170-1105 or 0703-623-4843. You can also send them an email on info@verticalsolar.com.ng.
Vertical Solar, your lifetime power partners.
Malaria no let liberty, oh. Now the time don't reach where my light go show and we. Oh yeah, show malaria we. Say bye bye to the malaria.
Time don't reach make you collect your mumu button for malaria hand with Malact, the better medicine from May and Baker. We don't make products past 75 years. Malact contain dehydroartemisinin piperaquine, where they work inside body for up to 6 weeks and they stop malaria from knocking you gbasgbos. All you need do now to take 3 tablets for 3 days and the medicine goes summer the malaria come out your body sharp sharp. Now the power of Malact be that. Malact, your control button for malaria. E dey pharmacy wey dey near you. If symptoms persist after 3 days, make you go see your doctor. A product of May and Baker.
Plenty there to win for the 9 Mobile Mega Millions promo. 90 people go hammer 1 million naira every day for 90 days. 2 people go win smartphones every hour, every day. The one wey sweet pass na the 10 million naira grand prize. If you no be 9 Mobile customer, move come outside or buy a new line. In addition to the plenty millions and smartphones, we go summer you with 1 gigabyte plus 500 naira airtime instanta plus up to 100% data bonus for 1 year. Recharge 200 naira and above. Make you for the win. Promo starts August 10 and ends November 7, 2020 and is approved by FCCPC.
9 Mobile. To be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me, so stand up for the champion.
Exactly what we are doing this Monday morning, starting off for the champions. Now, we've gone through what happened over the weekend with Roland Garros, and congratulations to the champions from tennis. Now, let's go to Formula One. Let's stay in Europe. Let's go to Formula One, talk about what Lewis Hamilton achieved yesterday. Waited for his not the first victory. It took a while. We're talking about that this could be difficult for him, the way, you know, you'll be anxious to get to equal that of a legend like Michael Schumacher, then maybe you just get to spoil it. But again, we also spoke about how he's very good when he's starting just behind whoever is on pole, maybe third on the grid, fourth on the grid, second on the grid. Lewis Hamilton tends to do better when really he's not on pole, and he went on to equal that of Grand Prix wins for Michael Schumacher, and he's on course again to even definitely surpass that. I think with the races left, Lewis Hamilton will win 1 more and then will be standing alone, or win 3 more.
He's not done yet.
He's not done. And then finally he's 70 points ahead of his closest rival now, and he could equal Michael Schumacher in terms of the championship Michael won while he was still in Formula One.
Yeah, fantastic performance for Lewis Hamilton. This is what he knows how to do best. He knows how to create records, equal records, and also set records. For me, I think this guy is consistent. He's fantastic, honestly, and it goes to show that yes, practice they say make profit. But when you look at the constructors, look at the kind of cars, you know, he has been, you know, driving for Mercedes, and the kind of competition he has been getting from other drivers. Sometimes when you are not pushed, you think you are the best until you see people pushing you to really bring out the best in you. So for me, I think Lewis Hamilton has proven, you know, to everyone that yes, he is set to be the GOAT, you know, in Formula One, because right now he's on the same on 91 with Michael Schumacher, but the way he has won his own titles, you know, and also the Formula 1 wins shows that yes, this guy is not ready to let his foot off the gas. So for me, he has what it is to win more Formula 1 championships and races, and not just, you know, stand alone at the end of the day. So I think it was a fantastic one for Mercedes. Yes, Valtteri Bottas started on pole, but something happened and he couldn't even make the podium. So that tells you that so that tells you how Mercedes they've been this year. But for Max and Daniel Ricciardo, I have to give them kudos, because it's not been easy. But for Ferrari, well, let's see how next year will be, because this year has already ended to me, because Mercedes has dominated this year, and it's looking likely that Lewis Hamilton will clinch the drivers' championship, and the constructor will also take their own championship title this year. So for me, I think it's a fantastic one for Mercedes and for Lewis Hamilton, despite the COVID-19 disrupting the year. And we're not going to be having the usual number of races, but notwithstanding the ones they are having right now, someone is proving that yes, he's a GOAT when it comes to Formula 1. So kudos for him winning that race.
Lewis Hamilton, I think there are 6 races left, and you look at the points difference, 69 between him and Valtteri Bottas, who's second. That means that he just needs to basically win 4 races and he will be champion, no matter what anybody does. Because even if he doesn't take part in 2 races, it's 50 points that he will miss. So if he wins the next 4, then he will be champion regardless of what anybody does. And he might even, depending on the results, how the results go, he may not even win any other race till the end of the season, and he will still be champion, because it will be very, very difficult for Valtteri Bottas, his Mercedes teammate, to claw back the points that Lewis Hamilton leads him with, or Max Verstappen, who's third. Max Verstappen is on 147 points, you know, Valtteri Bottas on 161, Lewis Hamilton on 230. So I think this is Lewis Hamilton's year, except something catastrophic happens, like for the remaining 6 races he crashes out or somehow is unable to race. That's the only thing I think that will prevent him from becoming champion again, and then he will equal. He has already equaled the number of wins for Michael Schumacher, which is 91, and he has the opportunity now of equaling the number of championship that Lewis Hamilton has, which is that Michael Schumacher has, which is 7. But to me, the most touching moment yesterday was when the son of Michael Schumacher, Mick Schumacher, who is in Formula 2, came and presented one of the helmets that Michael Schumacher used to race, and he presented it to Lewis Hamilton. Remember that Lewis Hamilton already, the family of Ayrton Senna, who was his hero when he was growing up, presented him with the helmet of the Brazilian, and that's what he has used since last season. And now getting another helmet from the family of Michael Schumacher for equaling the record of their legendary father. I mean, it's something that is absolutely wonderful, and you could see how touched Lewis Hamilton was at that gesture. So he's on course to becoming the greatest ever Formula 1 driver. I wish him well. I think he absolutely deserves it for his advocacy and everything he's been doing, bringing attention to the Black Lives Matter movement, trying to use his platform to fight racism. So congratulations to Lewis Hamilton winning this 91st race yesterday, and hopefully he gets to equal the record set by Schumacher.
Okay, that's Formula 1. From Formula 1, let's go to United States of America and talk about basketball. LeBron James has finally led the LA Lakers in 2 years. He has been there to the NBA title. It took them 10 years to win their 17th, but they did it very well. 4-2, it ended in the finals against Miami. Miami, like we said, prevented the inevitable when we were talking about it on Saturday. They could have forced the game 7, but right from the get-go yesterday, Ibrahim said that they were exhausted. I think I agree. Though I had my dad on Saturday, but watching the game live yesterday, I was like, wow, Ibrahim actually said it. I mean, right from the get-go, at some point it was 30 points, 40 points, then at point was 25. At the break, they were 39 points adrift. Lakers, yes, they ran to get back during the fourth quarter, but the damage was done in the first, second, and third quarters respectively, and the Lakers won their 17th title.
Yeah, fantastic one for LeBron James. The reason why he joined the Lakers is to do great stuff and to prove that yes, wherever I go, you know, I do fantastic things and I win trophies. It's not really easy, honestly, for what he did. And I don't know many times to his teammates, was his name Anthony Davis, for what he was able to do. The two of them, each time is having difficulty talking about LeBron James, you see Davis coming to the party, you know, to help out. And once each time is is at his full elements, you still also see Davis assisting him. So the two of them, three they say does not make it for us, but these two guys alongside Rajon Rondo and the other guys, I think it was a teamwork. Even when Miami Heat won that game 5, when I check the statistics, I was like, these guys, they've given all. Game 6, I don't think LeBron and Anthony Davis will allow these guys to force in game 7, because that might put pressure on them, and if they should go on to win it at the expense of LA Lakers, is going to be a massive news. I don't know how LeBron, will take that kind of defeat, but yesterday I looked at it, I said, if these guys are to win, they should come out from the blast or the whistle. And at halftime, that's how they've won their previous games. They will ensure that they'll be leading at halftime, come out, try to take the third quarter and see if they can also fight for the fourth quarter. So for me, it was fantastic for LeBron yesterday, scoring triple-double, and for Jimmy Butler, who was fantastic in game 5, had to score just 12 points yesterday, just to show that they gave everything, and Bam Adebayo was their star man for the Miami. So kudos to him. 4 MVPs, then 4 titles with 3 different teams, only 2 MVPs short of 2 MVPs, to Michael Jordan. So what else do you want from LeBron James? When it comes to basketball, he's an institution. He's somebody you look up to and say, come on, I want to be like this guy. And there's nothing you cannot achieve if you really put your mind on it and everything. So these guys, they have done fantastically well, and with the stats and everything they did yesterday, come on, I think kudos goes to him and his teammates for what they did.
LeBron James had a triple-double yesterday, 28 points, 14 rebounds and 10 assists. Bam Adebayo was the top performer for Miami Heat. He had 23 points, 10 rebounds and 5 assists. I think what LA Lakers set out to do was to stop Jimmy Butler, because they knew he was the guy that made the Miami Heat team to tick. He was the guy who really stood out for them in game 3, which they won, and in game 5, which they won. In game 5, he got a triple-double. He had 35 points in that encounter. So their coach had to work out a system of stopping him, and they even started with LeBron James, who has really improved. He's now one of the best all-round players. Yeah, he leads the NBA Finals with scores, the number of points that he was able to score, but his defense has also improved. He started by defending against Jimmy Butler yesterday, so they just ensured that Jimmy Butler was not going to get rolling, and they were able to do that effectively yesterday. And we could see at the end of game 5 that Jimmy Butler left everything out there. And look, they won, and they say congratulations, but they were kind of lucky, because if Danny Green had nailed that 3-pointer when LeBron James passed the ball to him and he was open, if he had got that shot and we had just about 1.1 seconds left, Miami Heat will have been forced to immediately they pass the ball to attempt a 3-pointer, which I don't think would have happened. So LA Lakers could have won that, but somehow they got a foul, and so there were 2 points for them, which Jimmy Butler nailed, and they went on to win that game by just 3 points. Yesterday, LA Lakers won by 13 points, and as you said, it could have been more, but they just did the job and later just managed the game until the end, and they won really comfortably. But for LeBron James, I think now you've got to anybody who's out there still doubting his greatness. I think it's time to shut it. Look, this guy, so many other great players. Michael Jordan won his 6 NBA titles with the Chicago Bulls, and he had a great supporting cast. Many other players who have won titles. Look at the guys at Golden State Warriors. Most of them are winning the titles right there with Golden State Warriors. But this guy, what's his name? Kawhi Leonard. Went to left and Toronto Raptors, went to LA Clippers, and he was not able to get them to win the title. But LeBron James has won the NBA titles, not with just 2 but 3 different NBA titles. I don't know if there is any other player in history who's done this, but among the current players is the only one who has done it. And he has also been NBA Finals MVP with these 3 different sides. So it tells you that he's not just joining a team and there are superstars. I think the team that had the most stars, which he joined, was Miami Heat. They had Dwayne Wade was there, part of and they had some other great players in that team where they won 2 titles, but Golden State Warriors stopped them a couple of times. It was looking like they were going to really start a period of dominance, but the Golden State Warriors were able to stop them, so they won just 2. He came to Cleveland, the team that he left, and when he left them to join Miami Heat, the citizens rioted, and he came back and he told them, I'll win the title for you. They were 3-1 down in the final, but he carried that team and they defeated Golden State Warriors. But the next season they were blown out by the Golden State Warriors in the final 4-0. That series ended, and that's when LeBron James just said, no, it's all over. And remember that Kyrie Irving left them and went to join Boston Celtics, so he just thought, okay, he was going to leave, and he joined LA Lakers. He was the one who told LA Lakers to go and get Anthony Davis, and of course Rondo, and we saw what they did with him yesterday. There were some other players there, Dwight Howard and other guys who really Alex Caruso came in to replace Dwight Howard as the starter, and we've got to also give credits to the coach, because some of the tinkering that he did really helped the team. But I think the legacy of LeBron James is cemented forever. If there were any doubts in the past, it's just been wonderful what he has been able to do. 3 different sides, and not sides that you would really expect to go out and dominate. For him to have been able to, he could have joined a team like Golden State Warriors, for instance, that so many superstars are there, and they will, if he joins them, I mean, it will be almost impossible to stop them. But let's see, now that they've won, they've equaled the record for the NBA titles. The next most successful side, well, their most successful side is the Boston Celtics, who have also won 17 NBA titles, and the first time that they're winning it in 10 years. I mean, it's just fitting that they won it the year that Kobe Bryant died, so they had that extra motivation to go and win it, to make Kobe Bryant's family proud. And after they went 2-0 up, LeBron James told the family, I hope we have made you proud, and they did yesterday by winning the title and dedicated it to Kobe Bryant.
Okay, we'll go on another break. When we come back from this break, we're going to the football segment, and of course sponsored by BetPay. We'll be right back.
Now the time don't reach, my life go show and we. Oh yeah, show malaria, we. Say bye bye to malaria.
Time don't reach, make you collect your mumu button for malaria hand with Malak, the better medicine from May and Baker. We don't make products past 75 years. Malak contain dehydroartemisinin piperaquine, where they work inside body for up to 6 weeks, and they stop malaria from knocking you gbasgbos. All you need do now to take 3 tablets for 3 days, and the medicine go summer the malaria come out your body sharp sharp. Now the power of Malak be that. Malak, your control button for malaria. E dey pharmacy wey dey near you. If symptoms persist after 3 days, make you go see your doctor. A product of May and Baker.
You see, I'm on the move, make way for me. Stand up for the champions, stand up.
Absolutely, standing up for the champions of the Gulan Garage. Against Washtec on Saturday, won our first Grand Slam, defeated Sofia Kenny. Then in the men's singles final, Rafael Nadal won his 13th championship of the French Open, as well as equaling the 20th Grand Slam with Roger Federer. Then LeBron James led LA Lakers to win their 17th NBA title and the first one in 10 years. Now, let's celebrate you and I, who decided to give a voice to the voiceless, and all of us who came out. Nobody is a winner, nobody is a loser. We are all winners. What we want is a better society. We all came out and decided to protest the police brutality, and got other fantastic footballers involved. I'm not talking about footballers from Nigeria. We're talking about how the Super Eagles immediately, kind of unfortunately, lost the game against Algerians on Friday evening. Immediately they apologized, not the kind of game we wanted. They started talking about the NSAT movement, and of course they actually Nigerian youth started tweeting at baby clubs, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester United, and all that, and all the footballers from all over the world. Edward Mendy, the Chelsea new goalkeeper, tweeted and said, I mean, he's got fantastic friends in Nigeria. What is going on there? He's from Senegal, from Africa. Ryan Sterling of the Three Lions, even Tammy Abraham, that most of us are, why he not play for us? He said, what is happening? He didn't use the word in Nigeria, he said in my country.
Yeah.
And this
Tomori is also there. So Chelsea, Anthony Rudiger, all of them, they came out to say end police brutality, end SARS, and what have you. And as we said, even Asisa Toshola, but I was not pleased with some of the words she used about Nigeria. I think no matter what you are doing, we should be careful. Yes, stick to the point and just say police brutality is bad. Nobody, I don't think there's anybody anywhere, even the policemen who will tell you police brutality is okay. They may try to say, well, the people that we are doing this to are criminals, but you can prove that no, these people are not criminals, so you have to stop this thing, so but the way we go about it, you shouldn't, because you are you want to stop something that is not right, then you start saying trash about your country. Because when you use certain words about the country, you are no longer talking to a particular set of people. You are not talking to the policemen that are bad. You are not talking to leaders that are not doing the right thing. You are putting the entire country in one basket and just condemning the country, which is not right. We should be very, very careful.
But in as much, Brian, that I hate obviously condemning your country, but with the way things are done, especially this movement, we were told that they had been disbanded, and this policemen, this unit they'll be drafted into other unit. But again, we weren't told, because even if you take a bad egg and remove it from one particular crate and put it in another crate that you don't have bad egg, that bad egg will definitely spoil these brand new eggs that you're putting in same crate with the bad egg. They haven't told us that. Taking them from disbanding this unit and bringing them to other unit, they haven't told us how they will reform these people to become better.
So I don't think we have the time. This is a sports show. We do not have the time to go.
No, I'm just reacting to the state. Maybe that's what is getting Assistant
that shouldn't be. Yeah, she's just kind of tried to walk it back to say, I love my country. Nigeria gave me everything, and I'm just angry at what they do. Of course, we are all angry, but we should be careful some of the things that we say. And why do you think that the thing is not the protest, the hashtag is not end the Nigerian police? Did you see anybody saying end the Nigerian police? No, it is end SARS. Yeah. SARS is a particular unit, a special unit that was created, and now the IG has said this one is disbanded, and that's because of the complaints, so many things that has happened with that. Of course, it's not just SARS, there are some other tactical units, and the IG said SARS and those tactical units are disbanded for now. Then, of course, the SARS that we are talking about, it's not every member of SARS that is bad. Okay, so if of course, you do not expect that they are going to say, as we are disbanding SARS, every officer in SARS is laid off. They are not going to do that. Of course, they are going to say yes. They are going to say they will redeploy them and everything. So I think we should wait back and see what's going to happen and keep putting pressure, keep demanding a reformation of not just the Nigerian police. But on Saturday we spoke. I said, look, everybody that wears a uniform in Nigeria, unfortunately, I don't understand. Your uniform should be, it's a symbol of authority, and you should be proud wearing it. But you should not see it as the opportunity to
oppress others.
To oppress others. And that's unfortunately, that's what we talked about their convoys now. That you are driving your own, obeying traffic rule, and you just hear sometimes you won't even hear the siren. They just come and they want to hit your car. Just for where are you going to now? For God's sake, so because you are wearing the uniform does not give you the right to oppress people. You are there. When we talk of Nigeria, what is it called? The Nigeria Police Force. It means that without the police force belongs to Nigeria. And who is Nigeria? Is it not the ordinary man on the streets? The president of the president of my family? No. You are the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So who's the Federal Republic of Nigeria? These people should know that they are serving the people. So if the people of Nigeria come together and say, we don't even want the Nigerian police force anymore, there will be no Nigerian police force. But the people have not said that. They've just said these ones that are oppressing us, let us take them out. So now that the Inspector General has said we are getting them off, we are disbanding them, they should keep demanding that reform them. Because apart from SARS, there are so many other things that you see that is wrong. Yeah, so you've got to demand, you've got to hold them accountable. But this one is just telling us that you've got the power in your hands, which is why, when you vote, ensure that you vote for people that have integrity, that have a track record. You can see that, okay, this one will do certain things for me, for the people in the society. So these are the kind of demands that we should be making. And I don't think they should relent. For instance, there are so many other demands. There are so many people that were arrested for this protest, in quotes. So you've got to demand for their release and everything. I will keep watching. If tomorrow we are seeing that, okay, they just disbanded SARS, nothing is really happening, you can still go ahead and protest and say, no, we want reformation of the Nigerian police force or other security agencies.
All right, we'll go for our first break. Now remember, this segment is sponsored by BetPay. We are talking football. We'll come back, take a look at results of friendly games, first of all in the continent, and as well as other competitive football games played all over the world.
It's time to win very big. Feel the excitement at www.betpay.ng, the sports betting company that rewards you whether you win or lose. Stay on top of the action wherever you are. Get the best odds, 150% deposit bonus. Cash out anytime. Accumulate your bonus. You can deposit and withdraw instantly, 247 and much more. Register now at BetPay to start winning. You can also become a BetPay agent and earn fantastic commissions and bonuses. Visit www.betpay.ng. BetPay. You stay, we pay.
Alright, thank you so much for staying with us. Let's quickly take a look at the results of games, international friendly games played in the continent, and all this as well involving African players. Teams rather. Remember, we spoke about the Super Eagles already, and we're having a game. We'll have enough time to talk about that in the evening tomorrow. But let's take a look at all the results now. But yesterday, Gabon and Benin Republic to the tackles. Gabon won that game against Benin Republic 2-0. Tanzania played against Burundi. Burundi won 1-0. South Africa, what is happening to South African national team, the Bafana Bafana? They played against Zambia. Lately, they've been inconsistent. They lost this game anyway. 2-1 against the Chipolopolo of Zambia. Malawi and Zimbabwe settled for a goalless draw. And the other friendly was between Costa Rica and Panama. Panama surprisingly defeated Costa Rica 1-0. Those were the international friendlies played yesterday between countries, especially African countries. Now let's take a look at the results of games played in the UEFA Nations League yesterday, from League A Group 1 down to the last game played last night.
All right, League A, Group 1, Bosnia and Herzegovina drew goalless with Netherlands, while Poland and Italy also played out a goalless draw. Then League A, Group 2, England defeated Belgium 2-1. Iceland at home were beaten 3-0 by Denmark. We go to League A, Group 3, where Croatia enjoyed a 2-1 victory over Sweden, and France and Portugal played out a goalless draw. That takes us to League B, Group 1, where Norway defeated Romania 4-0 with Brett Haaland rather scoring a hat-trick, and Austria also beat Northern Ireland 1-0. Then League B Group 2, Israel at home lost 2-1 to visiting Czech Republic. Then Scotland enjoyed a 1-0 win over Slovakia. That takes us to League B Group 3, where Russia and Turkey settled for a 1-1 draw. Then Serbia at home were beaten by Hungary. Group 4, League B, Ireland and Wales played out a goalless draw. Finland beat Bulgaria 2-0. Then League C Group 2, Armenia drew 2-2 with Georgia. Estonia and North Macedonia also played out a 3-3 draw. Then we'll look at League C Group 3, Greece defeated Moldova 2-0. Then Kosovo at home were beaten 1-0 by Slovenia. Then League C Group 4, Kazakhstan played out a goalless draw with Albania, while Lithuania and Belarus also drew 2-2.
Alright, stay with us, we'll be right back.
The 2020-2021 Premier League is here. It's time to win big. And the best way is, of course, getting yourself a jersey so that you can identify yourself with your favorite team. We at www.betspay.ng want to give our punters the opportunity to win a football jersey of their choice. 10 replica jerseys to be worn each week for the next 4 weeks. To participate and win, visit www.betspay.ng to register. Place a bet of 200 naira. The more bets you place, the more entries you get into the draw. 10 winners would be chosen at random in a draw every Monday. All winners will be contacted. Follow us on our social media pages with your username and ticket number to qualify for the draw. On Instagram, find us at BetPayNG. On Facebook, find us at www.facebook.com/BetPayNG.
All right, of course, we've started giving our jersey, courtesy BetPay, the advert you just listened to. The first winner, we announced that on Friday.
Yeah, and
it came in the evening.
Yeah, it came, unfortunately, because it rained and there was traffic and everything. He could not make it. We were supposed to do it live in the studio, but it came after we left. So he has collected his jersey. Sam Asa, a Liverpool fan. He was the first winner of the jersey courtesy of BetPay.
Okay, so it is up to you guys now to continue to do what you have to do to get your jerseys. Okay, quickly, before we take another break, let's talk about the Nigeria Super Eagles. They told us prior to the weekend that they have 2 friendlies. We'll be making an announcement of that. The first one has come and gone, lost to the Desert Forces of Algeria, the African champions, 1-0. Unfortunately, I think Nigeria didn't call it for me. You were in here on Saturday. Tomorrow, what are you expecting? Even the assistant coach, one of the assistants, to General Raw, who's from Tunisia, I've said that he wants to do something great. But anyway, Nigeria Super Eagles is expected to go out and perform better than they did on Friday. What are we to expect? I mean,
we need to expect a better performance from what we saw against the Desert Forces. Honestly,
I'm really not convinced, because I'm trying to look at the middle of the park right now. With what I saw, I don't even know who I should pick ahead of the other, and I'm totally confused. So it goes to show that when 1 or 2 players right there in the middle of the park are not fit enough, Nigeria has not got the depth to really carry on. Leon Balogun didn't really convince me on that day. Yes, he has been fantastic for Rangers Glasgow, but he hasn't really convinced me. We'll talk more on the Super Eagles, but let's just quickly take this break.
If I put this one, I get 500,000. If I put this one, I get 1 million.
Which one way you talk to yourself like this?
Never your BetPay. For BetPay, they go reward you whether you win or lose. Remember, say 150% first deposit bonus they wait for you. You fit deposit and withdraw instant 24/7. And many of them get package full ground. Go register for BetPay and start to win.
Person fit be agent?
Yes, now if you become agent and then you go they get bonuses. Oh yeah, go www.betpay.ng.
BetPay, you stake, we pay.
All right, thank you so much for saying. You were going to say something?
Yeah, the performance against Algeria wasn't pleasant at all. It wasn't something that we expected. They were lethargic and all that. Even the middle of the park, where you expect them to do very well. But then I think Jonathan has to prove that he's the right man for the job. Because if he doesn't, I don't see any reason why he should stay on at the job. Honestly, that's the truth. Because if you look at it, the same team he lost to, at the AFCON, also played them, though this is differently, and he doesn't have the luxury of his midfielders like Joe Aribo and Wilfred Ndidi as well as on the career table. But you have opportunity of trying to ensure that the ones you are playing should make sure that they own the positions. But although it was friendly, we need to see better performance from them against Tunisia. If he fails, then I think it will just be counting time before someone else will take over that job. Because we as a country, this is not the time to be fighting for a draw, a 1-0 victory as far as Africa is concerned. Though we played against African champions, the current one, and the rivalry has been for a very long time, and they've done some great stuff. So playing against them, and if that game had ended 1-1 goalless or 1-1 was okay, it's fine. But losing 1-0 and the kind of performance, wasn't really right. So against Tunisia, they should go all out, not just beat Tunisia, but play a fantastic brand of football. Let's stand up and clap for the Eagles and say, even if that match ends in a 1-1 draw, let them see a fantastic performance from the Eagles. Not when you are looking at players, the camp is filled up, and at the end of the day, giving the fans this kind of match to watch, and I don't think we expect this kind of performance from them.
It was disappointing. Okay, I'll go for the final break before we let's hope so, before I have enough time to take a look at your messages.
Them say no time to check time, but this is not time to hammer. You don't try bet pay, them go reward you whether you win or lose. Remember, say 150% first deposit bonus, they wait for you. You fit cash out anytime. You fit deposit and withdraw instant 24/7, and many get things full grand though. Yourself fit become bet pay agent, and you go they get get bonuses. Oh yeah, sharp go www.betpay.ng. Bet pay, you stake, we pay.
Alright, thank you so much for staying with us on the show this lovely Monday morning. Quickly, let's just give you the Said Berama, the Algerian international, played against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. His club, they've agreed with Brentford. Western United. Brentford have agreed with Brentford United for him to go to Western United. Let's see what will happen. So the Western United are also interested in Josh. Can remember the domestic transfer window is still open for England there, between English teams, both in the Championship, the League One, League Two, and all that. They are still being presented to end this current Friday. Alright, apologies guys, we are out of time. We still have enough bills to pay, but don't worry, we'll dedicate enough time to your messages. We can't take your messages right now. We'll return in the evening. We'll be taking your messages. Before we go, let's quickly take the final whistle on the show this morning.
It means a lot to represent this franchise. I told Lakers president Ginny Boss when I came here that I was going to put this franchise back in the position where it belongs. We just want our respect. Rob Pelinka wants his respect. Coach Frank Vogel wants his respect. Our organization wants his respect. Lakers Nation wants his respect. Early Lakers superstar LeBron James speaking after helping the side to win their 17th NBA championship title. And that's the final whistle on the show this morning.
And of course, that's time for us to leave the studio. See you guys later in the evening. Bye-bye.
Trying to get or receive information through all corners of the globe requires unprecedented internet service. At Wireless NG, we provide fast, reliable, and affordable unlimited broadband internet service to homes and businesses. Service is currently available across Lagos and Benin. Visit us today at Wireless NG, 5 Ramaya, Ikenede Street off PZ Sapler Road, Benin City, or our marketing office, 70 Olowo Complex, Airport Road, Benin City, or call 0807-887-9960 or 0703-672-9147. Wireless NG, erasing internet boundaries.
4 years ago, I got into Benton Idahosa University with a dream and a firm determination to be better. But then I quickly realized that I could be so much more. I didn't even know I had more in me. In school, I made great friends, went on memorable trips. I grew in character, met amazing people, Like really amazing people. It's 4 years now, and I can proudly say I am better than I ever imagined. For more information, please visit www.biu.edu.ng or call 0814-990-6200. Benson Idahosa University. Your future starts here.
See for yourself, oh. This no be the one you go take only ear here, oh. You must take your eyes see so that you self go enjoy what the other people they enjoy. Uyi Technica, the generator headquarter where they make everybody enjoy generators of all sizes and models for affordable price. Whether not the small one for barber shop or I been a big Perkins generator for factory and big building. Uyi Technica, the place for generators, spare parts, grinding machine, pepper mill, and others. Mention the name and size of generator where you want. Bakam Uyi Technica get them for the kind of money where they your pocket. Bakam Uyi Technica get them. Come take your eyes see for the generator headquarters. Uyi Technica, 7981 and 83 Mission Road, Benin City, and all other Uyi Technical branches. Uyi Technica, affordable products for everybody jollification.
I was built to be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way